The road to Night of Champions is beginning to hot up. Will this Raw be any good? Let's find out. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to some more Raw thoughts. The last one of August. We're still going strong after 8 feckin' months, would you believe it? So, a couple of things I need to get through before we go on. First things first, if you're expecting a Future Shock review here, because it was Future Shock on Sunday night, alas, tonight you will not be getting a Future Shock review. As a rule, I don't review shows that I go to that I'm drinking at, just because I miss things. I don't write any notes, yada yada yada. So this one time, even though 2 years, what's the date today? Today is the 27th, yeah. So 2 years tomorrow, the 28th of August, I went to that show. So even though it is, it would be a significant one, I'm not going to do a Future Shock review. I'm sure there's people going, hooray, out there. Secondly, I more than likely won't be able to do a Hardcore Heaven 97 review. Just don't have the time this week. I was going to do it this weekend, but it's my birthday this weekend. And I just thought, how sad am I if I'm spending my birthday watching some ECW / WCW, because there's a chance I might not be able to get that one out as well. I'm going to try my hardest, but I just thought, no, I'm going to enjoy my birthday and not fucking care about YouTube vids, if that's all I'm saying. Speaking of my birthday, thank you very much to everyone who sent me messages on Facebook, on Twitter, on all sorts, on all those. Really, really means a lot. Really does mean a lot, that so many people thought of me on my birthday. That was awesome. Last one before we got on with Raw, and that was the Antonio Cesaro versus Sami Zayn match on NXT last week. That, I've heard, I got sent like 13 people sending me, you have to go and check out this match. It's a match of the year contender. Now what I'll say is this, it's an interesting match, isn't it? Because as WWE fans, we're conditioned that we see certain moves and certain things. It's like, basically, for me, it's like these two guys were just like, we're told, go out there and do whatever the fuck you want. And it's like interesting, isn't it? Because they go out there and they work a more indie style match. They do moves that you're not going to normally see, or these fans see moves that they've never seen before. Which, so to some people, like El Generico's dive through the ropes into the DDT is one of those. Yeah, I've seen that 1,000 times. But if you've seen many other El Generico matches, you'll have seen it. But the thing is, your average WWE fan who doesn't watch the Indies sees a match like that and just loses their shit. Now, I'm not going to say that it wasn't a good match, because it was. I really enjoyed the match. The thing is, the first 2 falls weren't actually that good, were they? The last fall was fantastic, and that finish was absolutely ridiculous from Cesaro. Good match, yes. Match of the year, not even fucking close. Come on, guys, really. Anyway, Raw starts with Triple H coming to the ring. Oh, excuse me. Bear with me a second. Don't know where that's just come from, other than my sinuses. Whoa! I do apologise. Raw starts with Triple H coming to the ring. He's got the Shield as his personal guards. Once again, we can recap SummerSlam. All that was just business. But then we recapped last week, and that was personal, Daniel Bryan, because you dared to rip my missus. You dissed my family. So now it's personal. Hooray. He's willing to let it go, though, because he's willing to be a businessman with Daniel Bryan. And speaking of business, apparently the ratings are up. Don't know if that's true. Social media is booming wild because of Randy Orton. Orton comes out, while Cole fills us in. This Orton versus Bryan at Night of Champions. Honestly, I was expecting the rematch to come a while, and not as close to that. Personally, I thought they would have really made him work for it. Anyway, Hunter praises Orton and he gives him a gift. He's got wait for this, a Cadillac Escalade. And then you're looking at it going, really? Wow, that's nice. Ugly as sin those are. I've heard according to Top Gear and things like that, their performance is absolutely atrocious. Saying that, and I'm sorry, might get some heat for this one, but it's an American car, and American cars are renowned to be wank. Buy him a Range Rover, come on, what did you think about that? So, Orton thanks Hunter, but before he can take a look at his new wheels, out comes Bryan. He mocks the car, mocks Orton. He wants to thank some people, he wants to thank the people, thanks John Cena for the title shot, and then he thanks Triple H for showing his true colours, acting like Vince McMahon. The Rebel is now a sellout in a suit whose thumbs is rather large nose at the WWE Universe. Orton demands respect for himself and Triple H, as he's the face of the WWE. Bryan says he will win the belt back at Night of Champions, and that would have been great to end it there. But then Triple H starts singing When You Wish Upon a Star, like Daniel Bryan. You're like, okay, that's a bit strange. Bryan is a B player now. He's not a B plus player like Stephanie said. Oh no, he's a B player. Why the fuck, right? And he makes it Bryan versus the Shield in a Gauntlet match tonight. Rollins, then Ambrose, and then Reigns. The gift is a gift of justice. And why? Because Hunter believes in Bryan, and this is best for business. And there we go. This took 20 minutes at least. It may have even taken more. And I suppose I like the premise. It tells us that we've got the main event of Night of Champions, and it advances the storyline, and it gives us the main event for tonight. It didn't need to take 20 minutes to do it, though, did it really? Come on. It looks like I spoke way too soon last week about the fucking app. I was talking about the app, saying that we haven't heard about the app for a while. We haven't heard anything, not a SummerSlam, not a Raw, nothing, but of course it's back and forth tonight. Tonight, you fans with the app can vote what happens to Seth Paul Heyman. Because tonight it's CM Punk versus Curtis Axel. You, the fans, on your app, get to choose whether it's Heyman is banned from ringside, Heyman is the guest referee, or that CM Punk gets 5 minutes with Paul Heyman if he can beat Curtis Axel. Now, of course, this is manipulating the fans 101, isn't it? Yeah, give them a choice like 3 choices like that, and they will choose C, because the other 2 are just like meh. But I want to see Paul Heyman get his ass whooped, so yeah, no problem with that. It's one of those, I wonder which one I'll choose. Our first match of the evening, Cody Rhodes defeated Fandango in under 2 minutes when The Miz came out dressed as Fandango and did some truly woeful dancing. Please go away, Miz. You have no value at all here. Damien Sandow was out on commentary. They all start roaring. So Brad Teddy Long Maddox comes out and makes it a tag team match. Player. And, yeah, I mean, right, let me just tell you something. I know, I mock Spaz Phoenix a lot, right? And I know I do, and it's very entertaining for everyone, isn't it? But, right, he says, as part of YWC Elite, whatever that is, as I'm a member of the YWC Elite, I tell you to not like Miz, and then you don't like Miz because I told you so, right? But with me, it's not like that. I just don't think Miz has any value at all while he's a babyface. Therefore, I don't want him on my screen. It's that simple. If you like Miz, good for you. Really good for you. Maybe you could explain to me in graphic detail down here, I like the Miz because. Yeah, it'll actually genuinely be interesting to see if I actually get any comments about that. I really would. Yeah, Fandango bailed. Skull crushing finale gets the win. No reaction at all for the move. And that's that. And Fandango says his name at the end, which is lovely. Really do not care. Josh talks to Christian, who's interrupted by Orton. Christian says that Orton is Triple H's new tool, which is funny. Cole shills tout, which is great. Punk tells us that he wants Heyman. He's not going to try and influence you on which way to vote, one or the other. But he really wants to kick Heyman's ass. I like that. And, in the back, Paul Heyman is vexed. Because, there's a chance he's going to get hurt. And then, quite rightly, Curtis Axel types, hey, cool, don't worry, don't worry about it, I've got this. Don't you believe in me, Paul? That's a great little touch between them there, I really like that. Oh, and then, of course, one more time, don't forget to vote on the app. It's important, people, come on. Anyway, don't forget to vote, don't forget to vote, don't forget to vote. 81%, and I've written on my notes, I'm sorry, but of the marks on the app voted for Punk getting his hands on Heyman if he could beat Axel, which naturally he can, in about 10 minutes after a ghost sleep. To be honest, the best part of this match wasn't what was going on in the ring at all, whereas it was nice action, it was solid, it was one of the matches of the night. The best part of this match for me is the facial expressions of Paul Heyman, ranging from cocky and confident. He came round to the ring, to ringside, because he spent most of the ramp. Get it right. The match, ring and ramp are while I'm trying to think of match. Because I'm an idiot. And you're subscribed to me. I'm going to keep saying this one. It's not my fault you're watching this. Please stop it, cupboard. Stop it. Stop it. I said at the start of the show, start of the video, thank you to all the comments I get on Facebook saying happy birthday. Can I just say, right, I know, right, can I just say, you're not funny if you do this, right? if you do this afternoon, tomorrow, you're not a funny person. Sending me a message on Facebook saying, would you like to see my wrestling collection, is guaranteed way of making me remove you as a friend. Think about it this. I'm sorry, this has just come on from something I just think I should have said earlier on. Think about it like this. I'm on Facebook, enjoying myself, doing what you do on Facebook. You pop up, say, hey man, would you like to see my wrestling collection? Now reverse the roles. I've got over 500 friends. As a rule, I've got at least 10 chat windows open on Facebook chat because people want to talk to me. Now what would you say if someone appeared on your Facebook and said, hey man, would you like to check out my wrestling collection? Because the answer is no. No, fuck off. I'm busy. You know, so telling me your favourite match, sending me a photo of a DVD cover saying this should be a good watch, shouldn't it? Piss off! Don't care. Anyway, Heyman went from being cocky and confident on the outside, yeah, to relief, for example, when Axel kicked out of a pinfall, to just pure despair when CM Punk hit the go to sleep to get the win. Heyman tried to escape, referees grabbed him, pulled him back, he managed to get escape from them, so security dragged him to the ring. But the thing was, of course, it was a setup all along, of course it was. They're heels, for goodness sake, yeah? Low blow by Curtis Axel, and now Heyman is ready to fight. And he unloads with these slaps to the face, really big slaps to the face. He screams at him. He screams at him. And then Axel, yeah, he's able to hit a roundhouse kick. Sorry, he gets handcuffed by Axel. Right, he's on the floor. And he's able to hit a roundhouse kick to escape, but Curtis Axel gets a chair, bam, and then he gets a kendo stick, and you know, Paul Heyman's holding it, he's swinging it around properly, which I can't do, which is really annoying. And the way that Punk looks up and said, make it count, you son of a bitch, and the way he whacked him, he shouts, I loved you, I martyred myself for you, I fathered you, I cared about you. A little bit uncomfortable, because I, come on, really? And then Punk is dragged to the announce table where Heyman unloads with more kendo stick shots, shouting, you broke my heart, as he smacks him one. It's powerful stuff, to be sure. It's intense stuff, to be sure. Some people might say it's a little bit overbearing, to be honest, but at the same time, I mean, if that's how you feel, good for you, but I think this was absolutely gold stuff. I mean, I don't want to see CM Punk versus Paul Heyman. On paper, I don't, but because of this storyline, you go, God, I can't wait to see him get his ass whooped. It's like when Brock Lesnar was chasing Paul Heyman in 2003. It's just, it's more intense because Punk is a better promo man than Brock Lesnar was back then. Do you not think? Brie Bella defeated Natalya in 2 minutes. Hurrah! Yay! But wait, there's more. As AJ Lee comes out with a microphone in her hand, and some people calling this a pipe bomb promo, she basically cuts an absolutely fantastic promo where she absolutely destroys the Total Divas cast. They're all stood there, right? One person you're sat feeling sorry for because Natalya's in the ring, going, you know, selling it, going, what the fuck, right? But you've got the Bella twins, and that other one is Eva Marie, sat there going, come and say it to my face, girl, come and say it to my face, come and bring it. And they're sat there, AJ's cutting this promo where he's basically calling, saying someone, I'm here, and I'm the champion because I've got fucking talent, not because I'm on a reality TV show. And Brie and Nikki Bella said, come on, bring it, come and say it to my face. Completely no-sold it. Natty's in the ring, meanwhile, big open mouth, really not impressed. So he's sat there going, you girls can just please go away. The Bellas, just please fuck off. This was the best promo that AJ's probably ever cut. This was a dangerous promo, in my opinion, because this could have turned her babyface, like, quite easily, because everything she was saying was true, completely true. So you instantly agree with it. But hey, how good is that? Yeah, you got to feel a bit sorry for Natty there, because, you know, she's saying, you know, AJ says, I didn't get here from variety TV. I didn't get here from sucking up to the right people like that. And I also didn't get here from having a famous second name. And Natty, yeah, I mean, that's tarring Natty with the same brush, I suppose. But, you know, fair enough. This show is sponsored by Twisted Tea. That is alcoholic iced tea. That, folks, will never catch on over here in Angleterre. Ever, ever, ever. And then Rob Van Dam defeating Alberto Del Rio in an alright match. Why is Ricardo with RVD? I can't think of anyone. Do you know, I've got it on my notes, and I'd like to know what you think of this, right? But do you think that this is punishment for Rob Van Dam for going to fucking TNA? You dared to go to TNA and win their championship. You sometimes, we've said this in the past, haven't we? You sometimes get this feeling with Christian that the reason he's never really got the big push since he came back, the big push, he's been World Heavyweight Champion, but he'll never be WWE Champion, will he? Because he dared to go to TNA. I've got a feeling that, Rob Van Dam was brought back in the main event at Money in the Bank. Right, here's Rob. You're going to get your pops back. Everyone's going to remember who you are. Right, now, as soon as that's done, we're going to saddle you with something crap. And I just cannot fathom why Ricardo's with him. Rob Van Dam does not need his own personal ring announcer. And the whole point of the ring announcer thing was that he's bigging up this heel character, It doesn't work for me with the babyface whatsoever. Absolutely whatsoever. In the match, if Rob Van Dam can win, he's the #1 contender. It's that simple. So he wins, which is nice. He uses that cradle thing after Ricardo had jumped up and down on the announce table doing this. Hooray. Don't care. I really don't care. Don't forget, though, John Cena is injured. Got to tell you about that. And Ryback is still a bullying Josh. And then Heyman talks about Punk, about his prodigal son, with red eyes, like he's been crying. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And then we got a good match as Randy Orton defeated Christian in what was never going to be a bad match, was it? But, decent length, 16 minutes. Nothing wrong with this one. The headlocks have returned to Randy Orton's arsenal. We were all expecting it. What I liked about this one is, yes, Randy Orton used a thumb to the eye, but it wasn't the Triple H coming out, the Shield coming out, or feet on the ropes, or any heel shenanigans like that. Just a quick thumb to the ropes and then an RKO. I've said before, I like heel champions. What I don't like are cowardly heel champions who win by any way. I like heel champions who come out and say, I'm going to batter you, and then they batter you. That's good. I've never been a fan of the cowardly heel champion, because cowardly heel champion for me doesn't draw any money, if nothing else. And they just look like a fucking pussy at all times, I like a guy who comes out and says, look, I'm fucking awesome, and if you don't like it, tough. If you don't like it, come and do something about it. They brawl, bam, 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 and he's got the conviction to be. When he says, I'm going to kick, it's like Triple H always used to be. He used to say, I'm going to kick your ass, and did. It's all good. When Triple H had one with his feet on the ropes, for example, things like that, never saw it. I like dominant heel champions, Anyway, after the win, after an RKO, Bryan appears on the Tron, and look what he's done. You nasty man. Daniel Bryan, he's taking a can of orange spray paint. That's me shaking the can, by the way. Your actions with me. Oh, piss off. Fucking ambulance. He's written yes all over the new ugliest sin Cadillac, making it look 10 times prettier than it actually looks. And afterwards, Orton, Triple H, and Maddox talk about the hot car. The car, this is a very interesting promo, this one, because he says, Hunter says, the car was my personal property, and I gave it to Randy Orton. Just the way I see the WWE Championship is my personal property. And you're like, was he meant to say that? Really? I don't know what he possibly means by that. Anyway, excuse me. He wants the entire WWE roster to watch Daniel Bryan get owned by the Shield. Anyone who tries to say anything, anyone who interferes, they're going to get fired. Next, Titus O'Neil defeating Jack Swagger after a main event spinebuster. It actually didn't do anything for me, I'm afraid, but it now means that that the primetime players are probably #1 contenders or something because they've beaten both members of Real Americans. Zeb Coulter cut a promo, which is nice. Bray Wyatt did a video where he talked about why his finishing move is called the Sister Abigail. I like that one. And then Punk wants Heyman, so Brad Maddox makes it Punk versus Heyman and Curtis Axel in a handicap match at Night of Champions. And if Paul Heyman backs down from the match, then we'll never see him again. To which Punk replies with, he better not, or no one will ever see you again, alluding to the fact he will kill him and dispose of his body or something, because it's kids' TV, folks. Oh yes! And then Daniel Bryan won the Gauntlet match via disqualification. I think, please don't have a go at me, but before the match, Rennie tried to get a soundbite from Ziggler and The Miz. I mean, Miz started to say something, but then didn't. But what was interesting is she tried to get a soundbite from Big Show, who of course has this ironclad guarantee contract that he got from John Laurinaitis at a pay-per-view. No, in 2012, I can't remember when it was. So yeah, she could get a soundbite from him because he can say whatever the fuck he likes, but no, fuck it. Anyway, Pop like a motherfucker for the top rope German suplex. I can't deny that one. That was absolutely amazing. Not as good as the one that I saw Bubblegum do on CJ Banks a couple of weeks ago at Infinite. Hey, you meant to be getting a future shot review. You're not. So just let me have one tiny little bit of Brit Rest, eh? Yeah. Basically, the knee kick thing that he used to beat Cena gets rid of Rollins. Ambrose in. Yes, lock. Reign breaks it. Disqualification. And then the Shield batter Brian. Excuse me, Triple H comes out, gives them the nod, so they do the triple power bomb, and then Randy Orton swaggers out RKO to end the show. Excuse me. Not a bad show, this one. I thought there was 3 good matches on this show, and yeah, the return of the app was a mere. We can live with that one. After SummerSlam, I saw loads of people going, Brian's been screwed, this is the end of the world, this is the stupidest thing, fuck WWE. And I'm one of these people who sat there going, no, but come on, this storyline could be very, very good. My worry this week is that going forward is that all the heat is going to be on Triple H, and Randy Orton's just going to be sort of stood there, going, yeah, but I'm the champion, but you're the guy. Because he keeps, it's all, like this week, Orton's like, you should respect this guy. It's like, fuck it, respect me, I'm the champion, dick. Yeah, I'm just worried that I don't know where they could go with this story. I suppose that makes it intriguing, but it's not the, I'm going to tune in to find out next week where it goes. It's just that I'll find out in a month's time. Yeah, at the moment, it's a tricky one. So like I say, I really didn't expect Daniel Bryan versus Randy Orton to be the next month. I really thought we wouldn't see that again until, say, WrestleMania. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It's another one of those shows that it didn't feel like 3 hours. That for me is always the measuring stick. If I sit down to watch Raw and go, right, let's watch Raw, and an hour later feel like I'm piss bored because the show is dragging and I've got 2 hours left of the show to watch, it's just, oh. But yeah, this one went past pretty quickly. I enjoyed the show. It wasn't awesome, it wasn't fantastic, it wasn't the greatest Raw I've ever seen, but it was a decent show, is what I'll say. It was solid. How's that one sound? What did you think of Raw? I promise you this, folks, I will try my hardest to get at least one more vid up this month, but I've got so many computer problems, it's unbelievable. Getting this thing to even turn on at the moment is really quite a struggle. So yeah, I will try. I promise you, I will try my absolute hardest. In the meantime, I've actually got some F1 vids that are on private at the moment. So if a vid comes up, it's because it was uploaded ages ago. Like I say, we'll try my hardest. If not, I'll be back maybe in time for next week's Raw. All right, thank you very much for watching. I've been Mark P. Hit subscribe, hit like, and I'll see you all very soon. Take it easy, guys.